Jai Shri Ram. I heartily welcome you all on this channel, Bharatiya Sanskriti Ki Virasat. Friends, today I will present before you the life history and the character sketch of Lord Shri Ram. Prochayasva te shiram Ram Rajyavasitvam. Keep your head held high. You live in King Ram's kingdom. According to Indian chronology, Lord Shri Ram was born in 7560 BC or 9500 years ago. He is still present in the hearts and the consciousness of the people of India. This is the reason why people utter the words Ram Ram as a form of greeting to wish each other. The characters of Sri Ram and his wife Sita is magnanimously generous to the extent that their influence is witnessed in fellow countries of Nepal, Myanmar, Indonesia, Korea, Malaysia, Mauritius, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, etc. People of these countries revere and worship Lord Ram in some form or the other. Dear friends, we are well aware that Sri Ram was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Savior of the universe, and one of the divine trinity of Tridev, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Once upon a time, Lord Vishnu aspired to reveal his divine form to Mata Kaushalya, who was mother of Ram. So after bathing and feeding baby Ram, she put him down to sleep in his cradle and went off to offer puja and prasad to Lord Vishnu. After this, she went to check on baby Ram, who was sleeping peacefully. She returned back to the puja room and to her surprise, she finds her son baby Ram eating prasad meant for Vishnu. She was shocked and she ran back to his cradle and found him sleeping there as well. She hurried back to the puja room to find Ram eating prasad again. Overwhelmed and dumbfounded, she lost consciousness and fainted. After she gained consciousness, Lord Vishnu revealed his true Swarup or his true form, that of the Savior of the universe, one who transcends birth and death, time and space, causality and effect. Kaushalya was bewildered, just like Arjun would be in a few coming yuga. Kaushalya could not comprehend all this, and then she requested Lord Vishnu to only appear before her in the form of her beloved son, baby Ram. And after this, Lord Vishnu consented and gave his blessing. Let me narrate you another fine example of exceptional brotherhood among the four brothers Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughan, who had deep unity among themselves. Even while playing games in their childhood, each aspired for the victory of the other. Once, the four young lads were playing a game. Shortly thereafter, Bharat came to Mata Kaushalya weeping. She asked him, Bharat, why are you feeling sad? Did you lose the game? To which Bharat replied, Mother, I would have been happy if that were the case. But when I was about to lose the game, Bhaiya Ram managed to deliberately lose the game and made me the winner. I am upset at the defeat of my elder brother. Isn't it pleasant that the elder brother wishes victory of the younger one and vice versa? Dear friends, the life of Lord Ram is an embodiment of his message itself. He was Maryada Purushottam, an ideal brother, a monogamous man committed to a single wife, a faithful friend, a well-wisher and protector of the interests of not only women but of the weaker sections of the society. Friends, Sri Ram is the supreme object of our love and devotion. The main cause of our temporal grief is our disconnection from Ram, and we do not recognize this malaise. We try to hide the existential emptiness of our lives by accelerating our pursuit of wealth, fame, entertainment, power, and possession. But these are mere illusory substitute for the love of God, and at best offer us only flickering titillation, not lasting fulfillment. Consequently, we remain unfulfilled and disappointed. Thus, in order to be fully fulfilled in life, it is important that we are in constant remembrance of Sri Ram. Lord Ram laid down the foundation of such a Ram Rajya which was perfect in every way. Everyone was happy and thriving. Work was distributed in accordance with one's capability rather than on the basis of birth. Even the bounty of nature was blossoming and blessing the kingdom of Ramrajya. Justice was guaranteed to all, irrespective of the grounds of birth, gender, financial status, belief system, etc. Dear friends, it is very pleasant that the BJP led government, under the guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Shri Yogi Adityanath, are driven by the very motive of the core tenets of establishing Ram Rajya in India. The benefits of the government schemes are being given to all without any discrimination. Corruption and unjust activities are being curbed. Criminals are being arrested and sent to jail. Houses of the poor are being built on the lands of the wrongdoers. Health and medical facilities are being awarded to the poor and needy people without any discrimination. Friends, let us further delve deeper into the life of Lord Ram to understand his messages to us. Friends, the whole life of Sri Ram was full of tragedy and suffering, yet every Sanatani worships him. He faced all the emerging challenges very solemnly and humbly. He kept himself dignified and tried to maintain the dignity of the opponents as well. In the beginning, he left his kingdom for younger brother Bharat as he was sent on an exile. His wife was abducted. He was forced to fight a destructive war against his will. After winning the battle, when he returned, he was criticized for the chastity of his wife. He was compelled to exile his pregnant wife due to administrative restraints. He had to fight with his sons unknowingly. Ultimately, after he met his wife Sita, after years of exile, she was compelled to give up her life by returning to the Mother Earth. Thus, from the life of Ram, we observe that external circumstances may change at any given instant, but we should face them courageously without being perturbed, just how Bhagwan Sri Ram did. Bhagwan Ram struggled against the colonial mentality and powers by opposing them all throughout his life. King Ravan was a colonialist, atrocious, and a terrorist ruler who abducted women and innocents like the terrorists of the present times. He, without any reason, attacked the other kingdoms and after their subjugation, levied heavy exorbitant taxes on them. He created his empire in Lanka made out of gold, the collection of plundered property of others. Friends, today also, many colonialist powers are trying to plunder the natural resources of the developing countries. For instance, some European and other communist countries. Bhagwan Ram's message is clear that everyone should oppose this tendency. Sri Ram's next message is that excess materialism is harmful for all of us. A proper amalgamation of materialism and spiritualism will be positively fulfilling for whole of the humanity. We should not only be individualistic but also collectivist by leaving the urge to hoard more and more. Then and only then, the modern man can lead a happy life. Bhagwan Ram is also respected because after killing the unjust and terrorist kings, he handed over the kingdom to a worthy, noble family member or a local candidate. For example, Sugriv was given Kishkinda and Vibhishan the Lanka. He did not forfeit any property from these defeated lands. He did not even attend any of the coronation ceremonies. This shows that the government of a nation should always be run by ability and popularity, not by terror and arbitrariness. Bhagwan Ram always obeyed the rules of international law and customs. He was never involved in any unjust war. He always pre-declared announcement of a war, never allowed war before dawn or after dusk. He never punished women and innocents, always respected the diplomats, protected those who were in refuge, and always tried his best to avoid war. We get the message that all the states, organizations, and persons should obey international law, customs, covenants, and protocols. It is a matter of much anxiety that in Middle East and Europe, many states and terrorist organizations are inflicting barbarous and unspeakable treatment on peoples. Lord Sri Ram conveys the message to atomic states and their rulers that weapons of mass destruction, WMDs, fatal missiles, and chemical weapons should never be used. For these are harmful not only to flora and fauna but also fatal for the fertility of the soil, in addition to being destructive for the whole of humanity. Sri Ram never used any Brahmastra against his enemy, even though his opponents used many such weapons against him and his brother Lakshman. In order to defeat tyrannous and egoist Ravan, Sri Ram collected an army of monkeys and bears and handed them work according to their capability. It shows that in order to end an atrocious and unjust system, one may take help and cooperation of nature, as well as animals and birds. Friends, Bhagwan Ram was a naturalist. He always led a natural life, since during his exile period, he constructed a cottage made out of branches and trees. He never tried to mold the nature according to him. It teaches us the lesson that we should respect nature and its order, and we should never abuse it. During his teenage years, he protected the Gurukul and Yagya. The rishis of those age were seeking researchers like the present day scientists and professors in their Gurukuls, which were the centers of education. This reflects that society and universities must promote serious and qualitative researches so that the whole nation and society makes multi-directional progress. Friends, Lord Ram extended respect to all of the women during his life. He respected the women of defeated states also. A fine illustration to this is that of Sulochana, the wife of Meghnad, who went to ask for the decapitated head of his husband from Sri Ram. She was confident and assured that she will be treated with utmost respect and dignity, even in the middle of battalion of the opponent's army. This shows us that every woman holds respect in the eyes of Sri Ram. Ram Rajya presents a fine example of love among brothers. We fail to find any other example of such deep love and affection between brothers in the whole world. Elder brother Ram left kingdom for the younger brother Bharat, and Bharat in turn worshipped the Charan Padukain or the sandals of Sri Ram and ruled over Ayodhya on his behalf for over 14 years. On the other hand, in other cultures, one brother gifts decapitated head of his younger brother to his father and imprisons the father, all for the want of throne. Friends, it is notable that the ideals of French Revolution, justice, liberty and fraternity are all found in Ram Rajya. Lord Ram prioritized peace and stability above everything else. Despite being competent, he bowed down to the sea god to give him path to Lanka to proceed. When the sea god denied his humble request, Lord Ram had no better option but to challenge him. It reflects us that a battle must be avoided at any cost and must always be the last resort. Jaws is better than war, discussions over battles. We must always oppose adharma but never demonize any specific individual, religion or nation. Dear friends, Ram Rajya guaranteed the right to dignified life and personal liberty in addition to the right to last rites in a dignified manner after death was also guaranteed. He himself offered the last rites to Kabandh the demon and Jatayu the vulture. This right is enshrined in Article 5 of Universal Declaration of Human Rights as well as under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. However, it is a heinous reality that today various organizations in the Middle East and Europe are inflicting barbarous and inhumane treatment upon human dead bodies. This is an open challenge against the human dignity in front of the whole world. Before leaving for the exile, Lord Ram took a handful of soil of his motherland and kept it close to him, worshipping and revering it. This inspires us that no matter where we reside, we must never forget our roots, our culture, our motherhood. This becomes even more significant when, as a result of brain drain, millions of young Indians are migrating to other countries in search of work, but they keep the Indic culture alive in their hearts. Further, Lord Ram was strictly against social evils and malpractices. He extended respect to the neglected, downtrodden, and exploited groups. With a touch of his foot, he freed Ahilya, who was under a curse since ages. The dignity and respect of women is similarly safeguarded under the directive principles of state policy under Article 39 of Indian Constitution. Lord Ram was an active advocate of equality. He was strictly against inequality and untouchability. While in exile, he gave motherly respect to Mata Shabri, who belonged to a lower caste. He also ate the berries already tasted by her, since her intent was to give only the sweetest of berries to Ram. The message is clear that there is no place for discrimination, inequality, and untouchability in Ram Rajya. Article 14 of the Indian Constitution ensures equality for all, and Article 17 ensures abolition of untouchability in India. In Ram Rajya, all the people had right to freedom of speech and expression. If it had not been the case, how could a mere washerman dare to raise question at the character of Queen Sita, the Empress of the Kingdom of Ayodhya? All these rights have been reserved under the Article 19 of Indian Constitution. Dear friends, Ram Rajya is a quintessential example of social justice. Natural and material resources were divided equally and equitably, which is the reason why peace prevailed everywhere in Ram Rajya. This gives us a message that in order to prevent discontent among people towards the state, the resources should be divided equally and equitably by the state. The concept of proper division of natural resources is included in Article 39 of the Indian Constitution. Dear friends, Ram Rajya is not only relevant but indispensable for every nation in the world. Every nation state that ensures prevalence of justice in its jurisdiction upholds the most important pillar of Ram Rajya automatically. Justice, when guaranteed without any discrimination, creates room for peace and stability, which in turn leads to love, harmony, and brotherhood among the citizens, who tend to overlook their basic differences. This pure and humane bond leads to fraternity in the society. Lack of justice causes social unrest where no growth and development can occur. The basic tenets of democracy, thusly, are the very building blocks of the foundation of Ram Rajya as well. I wish and hope that every nation finds its own version of Ram Rajya, which aims to establish justice, peace, brotherhood, and love. I would also like to request the United Nations that, in the view of Lord Ram's immense and universal love, dedication, and a sense of concern towards the whole of humanity, the day of Ram Navami should be declared as International Day of Justice, so that the whole world may understand importance of ensuring justice to everyone. Ram Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranam Tatulyam Ram Nam Varanane. By chanting the name of Lord Ram, my mind gets immersed in his celestial consciousness. Vishwasya Shubham Bhavet. Let the whole world feel positivity and happiness. Jai Shri Ram.